My son told me what my husband does when I'm not home. Hank, can you run down to the basement and fetch me some more flour? I asked my son, who had just come downstairs for breakfast. He plopped down onto one of the kitchen chairs and shook his little head. No, he muttered, I can't. I craned my neck to look at him from the pancake mix bubbling on the stove. He seemed fidgety and pale, not at all like his usual self. Why not? He stared at me, his eyes wide. There are ghosts in the basement, Mum. Oh, don't be silly, I chuckled. Ghosts aren't real, sweetheart. Or even if they are, they live in very old, abandoned houses. Much older than ours. Hank was silent, watching me as I poked at the batter in the pan. That's not true, is it? His voice was earnest and eerily calm, sending chills crawling up my spine. Of course, it's true. I assured him. Think about it. What is a ghost? Hank thought for a moment. Someone who's dead? I nodded. Exactly. And no one has died in our house. We bought it brand new last year, remember? So, we can't have ghosts. How do you know? My heart skipped a beat and I turned to look at him again. For a 7-year-old, Hank was an incredibly deep thinker, a quality that had the capacity both to impress and to unnerve. How do I know what? How do you know that no one has died in our house? I tapped the spatula on the edge of the pan, trying to gather my scattered thoughts. Well, wouldn't we know if anyone had? Hey, darling, could you run down and get that flour, please? These pancakes are breaking apart. There was a pause. No, Mum. I sighed impatiently. Hank, your dad's downstairs. The lights will be on. Go on, there's no ghost, trust me. But Hank sat there, kicking his legs under the table, visibly uncomfortable. This had never been a problem in the past, and I couldn't think of any reason for it, aside from some silly horror story his friends might have told him at school. Look, how about I call Dad to come get you, I said, making my way towards the basement door, though. No, Mum, don't. Hank jumped to his feet, dashing after me and gripping the hem of my apron. Don't call Dad. Why? His eyes welled up with tears. I don't like him. I stared at him, taken aback. You don't like him? Why? He's a bad person. What? How can you say such a thing? He stuck out his bottom lip. He's very angry. He's not angry, sweetheart. What makes you say that? Well, Hank sounded hesitant. Yesterday, after school, I went down to the basement to ask for some help with the pasta, and he was yelling at the lady. And then he hit her. I froze. What pasta? What lady?